welcome back to Naval Action. Sorry if I missed Tuesday's upload. I had a fairly busy week with family and some work stuff, and honestly also a bit of an issue with my recording software. Should be fixed now, so this should be going up Friday as scheduled. And we are once more out in our victory here, trying to grind away some XP. I just managed to unlock the third book on it. And we're just outside Lamona here, seeing what's around and what's worth tagging. So we got a few traders bopping around. Got a Bucentaur +3 and a Pavel +1. Well, honestly, today I feel like just a simple, quick, and easy fight without having to spend too much time kiting and stern raking and all that stuff. So probably do a bit of an easy fight here, just going for the Pavel and let the Bucentaur +1 power round. Do you find yourself in a somewhat annoying position fighting the wind to get him here? So I'll speed up time and catch up to this guy. Let's get into the fight. Right, so by the magic of a bit of editing, we are now into the fight, and we are fighting a Christian and a Pavel. So as I said, I don't want to do anything fancy with this. I just want to sink him as quick as I can. We've loaded double on both sides on a bit of chain. We'll see how this plays out. I am trying to... I'll probably try and force him to follow me around with the wind. Focusing down the Pavel initially, and he's the closer target. If we play it right, the Pavel should come up and screen us somewhat from the E-fire from the Christian. We'll see how it goes. Most of it bounced. It's good. Get our guns lined up. There we go. Christian is firing, but at a sharp angle. A bit of damage to our bow there, but nothing much. Alright, reloading double again. Gonna disable the stern crew. Actually, Christian might present us with a chance to come up on his stern, give it a rake. We'll see. As I said, I'm not going to do any fancy maneuvers for this. And reasoning is, sometimes you want those fights where you're sitting on the edge, you've got your palms sweaty and your heart's beating, because you know you need your full concentration. And other times you just want a casual fight, broadside to broadside, just slugging it out with your enemy, and not really having to pay that much attention to the game. Just a casual fight, quickly done, bit of XP. Without having to do too much consideration on it. Alright, Christian's coming up on the opposite side, not as I was hoping, with it being shielding itself behind the Pavel, but we'll take it. Change the balls, focus the double on the Pavel here. Now you might have heard just a bit of rumble in the background. Delivery man just came knocking. The Christian is swinging in behind us. Alright, we're more or less out of double shots. We're going to chase the ball. Dodged most of the shots from Christian. Did a bit of stun damage to us, but nothing much. So disable the bow crew. Might even get as lucky as having the Christian come up on the opposite side so we can fire at them both at the same time. We'll see. Now you'll notice I'm a creature of habit, because right now my top 3 decks are loaded. I'll just take the time to wait for the last one. There's 2 reasons for it. One, as I said, I'm a creature of habit. I like firing full broadsides. Firing full broadsides also increases your chances of setting fires, getting crew shock or sail rigging shock if you're firing like chain or trying to do mast hits. So that's another reason for it. Mainly, I'm lazy. You'll see my top 3 decks are reloading faster than my lower deck. So I could be firing them on their own and then firing the 42s when they come up. I just find it easier sometimes to control it. But I could increase my DPS by firing these as soon as they come online. Start reloading. Fire the 42s. And then reload decks as soon as they come up. But as I said, creature of habit, so that's how I usually do it. I'll turn a little bit, see if we can get firing on Christian here. Wait. There we go, that's what I wanted. Oh, he's turning. Never mind then. A bit of a punch in the nose, but not much. Reloaded more or less on the opposite side. Pumps out. 1, maybe 2 broadsides more should bring down the Pavel. Once the Pavel is done, the Crucius is on our port side, which is our stronger side, so we can engage him with relative ease and comfort. And no. Well, I managed to take out the pump again. Still not within the last 20%. What we also want to do is loot the Pavel once we get the chance to it. So we are going to close the range here. Going to go up close to him. And if you haven't been following the game, or the patch notes actually, or playing the game for a bit, you'll notice here once we start turning in a bit that the inertia of the turn slows you down significantly more than it used to. They have implemented turn inertia a bit more strictly than before. I'll show it to you in a second. Just want to fire here. Right, so we're going to start a starboard turn, and we're going to do it in a way that's going to slow us down. Well, what you should notice is our speed is dropping significantly faster than it used to. And that's due to the inertia. Plus, there's also oversteering from the rudder. So even though your rudder goes to midline, there's still some inertia in the ship forcing it into that turn you just did. I need to get a bit closer to this guy for him to sink properly. So Christian's firing into my stern. Oh, we can take that. Probably have to tack through the wind here. Not optimal. Just to get close enough to that Pavel to loot him. I think we're just out of range for it. We might not even get the angle for a good loot here. We'll see. This guy seems to think about. Well, not really. That was more of a scare, if even. Come on. See, the negative speed is dropping. We should be able to get a positive speed fairly soon. Go. Should be enough. get us in behind him, looting from that direction. Yep, positive speed coming up, not much, but a little. All the while the Christian's slowing down behind us, just firing away at our stand. You'll also see our speed is going up slowly. It's sunk. It's outside loot range. Wind turned ever so slightly. So the speed or the inertia penalty to your speed also applies once you're speeding up or slowing down. Means you'll slow down more, and it'll take longer for you to actually get a positive speed. And now we're within looting range now, so let's get it done. A bit of doubloons. Upgrade bandwidth. That's not a bad upgrade though. Alright, come around with the wind. Taking a fair bit of damage. So now we want the Christian on our port side, or take our time to repair up our starboard. So I'm going to try and do this while popping a repair for this fight. Took a bit longer than expected because that Pavel decided to go down upwind, and I wasn't paying attention to my positioning before sinking him. Because as soon as he gets within that last 20% of his central structure, he slows down to a complete stop and he'll sink on that spot. So you definitely want to pay attention to when and where you sink your enemies. Alright, the Christian is turning to meet us and give us a broadside. So we're going to continue turning here and hopefully get in behind him, or at least present our stronger side to him. So if he tries to hit my weak side, he will be facing the wind. Might as well give him the change as we pass by. Ten sail hits, not bad. Coming up behind him here. Actually, let's unselect those and reload, bounce down. Wait. Alright, so we managed to come around in a turn, forcing him to turn with us more or less, or in response to our maneuvers, so that we actually get one in behind him, but also present our stronger side. Now he's counter turning us now. See who's the quickest one. At some point that turn inertia will slow him down so much that we're getting the upper hand with the speed here, so we'll get in behind him. And if he keeps turning, he'll end up in the wind at some point. So but you also know, as we continue our turn, our speed is dropping down. He's more or less still pretty affected by both wind and turn inertia here. Coming the other way. It's a bit slow to respond to that one. I only managed to get 38 shots into his rear. Still enough to take it down, but not a good make. Alright, alright. Let's see if we can actually pull it off as I intended without doing the repair, but I'm not risking the ship just for the sake of the video, but might be able to get there. We should outgun him though. Gonna close the range here. It's also gonna give us a bit of an angle. Gonna fire. Most that bouncing. We're more or less reloaded. Turn back in. Few bounces. We've also lost a decent amount of guns on our starboard side, so what we do? 23 cannon kill total, most probably to the Pavel. Gonna let him fire. He's gonna penetrate most of it out of this range, but we'll see. He's actually turning out. Alright, we'll take the hit as we come in here. The weight of our broadside is significantly bigger than his. Now one more broadside and he'll be in a good position to start graping him if we wanted to board, just to force down his crew, but that's not my intention. But we'll see how it plays out. I do just want to kill him as quick as I can. More or less. Wait for it. Fine. Now he's down to 20% side armor. If we actually change to wrong broadside, to grape shot, you'll see the effect of pulling his side armor down below 30%. Increases your grape shot if you tried using grape shot before. We actually have a fair number of spare crew, as I'm not using the opposite broadside, so let's try and prepare for ball. We might get into a position where it works. Let's change parallel and fire. .50 crew. Could have been slightly better. Let's remove the last of his side armor first. Keeping an eye on our own armor as well, because we don't want to get too smacked up. A few misclicks there. He's going to force me around with the wind. He's not going to succeed. We're a heavier boat. Take away the rest of his armor, more or less. Go back to grape. Start forcing him around. Wait for that reload. Now see, we're nose to nose. We got the weight on our side, and our sail area is also bigger than his, so we do have the advantage here. Much better, 86. Much better, much better. And we are taking a fair bit of damage doing this, so we're probably going to continue the turn here and As soon as we get below that certain speed point of 3.5, let's finish it off by boarding. And we can use our deck guns in a boarding situation. We definitely want to do that. Soon slow it down enough. Might give him one more just for good measure. Oh, and he's slip buffs. Damn. He decided to counter turn, thereby slipping out of it. What he managed to do was turn left for a bit and then back in front of us, and giving him the option to turn us around and not the other way around. That's a good maneuver if you're on the PvP server and you find someone pushing you around. Turn the same direction shortly as they are so your ships aren't touching, and then turn back in front of them. That way you will have to turn them around again if they want to optimize their boarding. Now this is just becoming a mess. Gonna let them slip. Now this is a non-optimal position for boarding. Let's go and try it anyway. Oh, no. Moment has passed. There we go. No? No? Pressing G. Alright. One of us is going too quick. I don't know whether it's him or me. Must be him. Gave me the option, but I'm pressing G all I can and nothing's happening. Alright, let's turn out of it. What we might be able to do is actually, by turning the opposite way here, force him into the wind parallel to us. Yep, there we go. We are slowly moving. Let's try it again. Pulling. Alright, so we are in an absolute non-optimal situation to board here. So what we want to do would be side by side. But anyway. So no effect from our guns here. Preparing for boarding. His morale's down to 63. Is prepared, and the preparation is down fairly much. What we're waiting for is for it to drop a bit more and see his firepower going up. That's means he's got to fire deck guns and muskets. So on the very last second, I'm going to press attack. Boom. There we get him. If you press your order in boarding sooner or before that very last second, you'll see the enemy will change his preparedness and his melee will go up or firepower will go up, depending on the order you chose. So waiting until that very last moment gives you an edge. He was prepared to fire deck guns, where we were prepared to storm his sides, coming across our bow and onto his deck, and he wasn't prepared for it. So we managed to hit him hard, kill 153 crew, and absolutely wreck his morale. If it doesn't work on the first attack, then go back to brace for a few rounds, and then you can go back and do a very last attack in the last second. You need your preparation to do so. Bit of a cheeky way to get the boardings complete, but generally the way people do it. And absolutely crap loot here. What's he made of? Mahogany Sabiku. Gonna sink him, confirm. And we get a bit of XP. And we finished a Pavel destroy mission. That's good. And rank 200 missions, and we got 2100 XP. So all in all, not a bad fight for completing a few missions here. Bring up the journal. Completed that one. So there's a bit of combat medals for us. So all in all, a fun little fight with a lot of mess, and you can find yourself in a lot of situations where either your boarding angle doesn't go right, or you by accident ram an enemy ship or a fellow player, and you need to extricate yourself from that, and you can do it in a few different ways. But counter turning or turning with the enemy is one of the ways to get out of it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any comments on things you'd like to see, or suggestions, or whatever. So until next time, stay safe.